Yeah. Yo. Man, let me turn this shit up. Stop. I had to stop it. Yay, we back. Shout out my boy Mark in the building. Yeah, so we gonna go get into Chinese philosophy and religion. And it's gonna be real quick. It's gonna be a real quick breakdown, you know what I'm saying? Talking about Chinese philosophy and religion and kind of just how it correlates to what, you know what I'm saying, I've been seeing. Because, you know, they try to always keep us in like three states of beings. You know what I'm saying? 3 states of beings, and those 3 states of beings that we be in be like birth, life, and death. And it never teaches separation to the point where you can have your own individuality and individual outlook on what you gave birth to and what you live. And so they don't want to teach you how to die, you know what I'm saying? AKA how to let go of things, that bring you down in reality, bring you to that death thing so you can die properly. In a sense, they want to keep you heavy and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? So that's when we get into, you know what I'm saying, you get in Chinese religions, is Taoism, Buddhism, and Confucianism, and then in motherfucking and the Bible is Abraham, so it's Abba, you know what I'm saying? It's Brahma is and Ham, and then you got motherfucking not Ra. That's what I meant. Abba, Ra, and Ham, and then in motherfucking in the Hinduism shit, you got like the story of Shiva, Vishnu, and Brahma. So these kind of represent those 3 states, you know what I'm saying, which is birth, life, and death. You know what I'm saying? And they teach us these ways, but never teach us the left-hand path or how to detach from something mentally, so you can actually have your own thought and feeling about it, aka your own mind. But yeah, so when we get to Taoism or Tao, or when you hear Tao or something like that, or DAO, Taoism, you know what I'm saying, the if you go to the story about them drinking vinegar, aka Buddha, which is basically an allegory on a philosophy and how they created these philosophies, you know that Taoism represents let me get this shit out real quick. How y'all feeling today? I hope y'all feeling good. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, when we get to Taoism, this represents being happy with what you have. You know what I'm saying? In a state of la la land. Basically, you kind of accepting life as it is. You just kind of believe nature is what change. You know what I'm saying? I mean, nature is whatever it is and shit like that. And you just gonna change with the times and shit like that. So this is basically like I said, it's always 3 phases. It's birth, life, and death. So birth represents. Let me get to birth first. Birth represents Confucius in the Chinese religion. You know what I'm saying? Because Confucius, like when you first come out, you know what I'm saying, you have to learn. So you're in a confused state. You know what I'm saying? So this is looking for a savior. You know what I'm saying? Even when birth, you know what I'm saying, you're looking for experience. You're looking for a father. You know what I'm saying? That's where they get that term from. And this is needing direction and structure in states of confusion. And that's why if you get into the story of the Confucius and Buddhism and Taoism drinking the tea, you'll understand Confucius, when he drank the tea, he thought the world needed to be more structured and shit like that, or more, you know what I'm saying? So this is like getting the idea, getting the birth of something and shit, seeing something for the first time and shit like that. You want to hold on to that thought or something like that. So it's like, for the most part, when you in that state, you giving birth. So this is what they taught. Then we're gonna get down to like, this is what they actually putting you in, basically, based on any religion. Because even in religion, you got Christianity, Hinduism, and what's the other one? Islam and shit like that. Yeah. But yeah, so when you get into when you get into birth, you know what I'm saying, this represents Confucius. Let me see. Yeah, this represents Confucius because, like I said, Confucius ain't even really a philosopher. They're just trying to explain a certain mind state that you in. You know what I'm saying, where you carry this virtue or principle and shit like that. So don't get confused by these names and titles that they throw at y'all and make y'all look at it like it's history. No, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Okay, but yeah, when you get into birth, when you get into Confucius in the motherfucking Chinese in the Chinese religion and theology, that's what that is. It just represents birth. So any story you gonna hear about Confucianism is gonna be about that. Confucianism is gonna be about something getting born in some need structure or some shit like that. Or you giving transformation or to some shit like that. Now getting on to the life one. If you hear so it's always, so like I said, they always keep y'all in birth, life, and death. They don't necessarily teach you the way to separate it though. But we about to get into that. So life represents Taoism or Taoism. You know what I'm saying? Now Taoism is a certain form of religion out there too. And if you looked up the allegory for that character, I think it was Lao Tzu or some shit like that, whatever, in their Wikipedia, if you go look up Taoism. You know what I'm saying? That religion is when you just happy, because like when the writer of this fucking religion, when he wrote this shit down, pretty much, or the creator of this philosophy, you know what I'm saying, he drank the tea. When he drank the tea, he was very satisfied with what he had and things like that. And he never necessarily wanted to see it no other way. So Taoism is a form of being in your ego. You know what I'm saying? It also represents life, aka when you uphold something and you don't want to let something go. So you kind of happy with your state, you undiscerning, and you in life. Okay, yeah, my bad. I don't know what happened, but yeah, to the point where you can get crumbs, and they can convince you of what they can convince you of being happy with what you have, type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's almost like that. Like you can get crumbs, you can receive crumbs for what you do, and whatever you can do, you're gonna use your imagination to to be happy with what you have. Now, all of this, in some sense, takes out morality in a sense, because you're not detaching to see your own morality about what you experience. Okay, but yeah, and then we got Buddhism in Chinese philosophy and religion. You got Buddhism, and once you get into Buddhism, this represents death. So this represents detaching. Y'all know Buddha, he's just detached and he separated from his desires and his lostness. You know what I'm saying? So this is Buddhism is a representation of when you get lost to your own world, you want to stay in a sleep state. AKA, you know what I'm saying? These is all directions that we use. You know what I'm saying? Internally and externally. We all use detaching. We all use giving birth to something. We all use upholding something in some way. That's why we got spring, summer, fall, and winter. You know what I'm saying? Spring represents birth. Summer is when we see the height of that birth, when we see the most transformation, when we see things, and then we get the falling away from that. You know what I'm saying? Which is fall, learning how to detach. Then we get the winter, the death. You know what I'm saying? Now we see that on the external, just as we see that internally. We experience that internally. When spring comes, what do you get? You get inspired to what? To go into summer, to show yourself, to be more creative. That's when you want your ego and your solar plexus showing the most. You know what I'm saying? Fall. You know what I'm saying? You know you got to let that go because that time then went and passed. And then you get the winter season where it's death and ain't nothing happen. You know what I'm saying? On an external level. And then you be emotionally detached and getting ready to regenerate to do that and birth again. So everything is a cycle. But what I'm trying to tell y'all is within this shit, it's really, they only give you life, birth, and death. And they do these in like hella religions. It's like Abraham too. It's the same thing. It's life, birth, and death. You know what I'm saying? They never really teach you how to detach from these certain things, so you can have your own perspective on these things. So anybody claiming these religions, let's get back to Buddhism. So when you get to Buddhism, this is being separate from your desires. You in a world of state of sleep. So remember, when Buddha drank the tea, he didn't like that shit. You know what I'm saying? When he tasted the vinegar or whatever, he didn't like that shit. You know what I'm saying? He said it was a disgrace, and so he went to meditate for the rest of his life. So this is like a person that sleep to their power too much. You know what I'm saying? And they don't feel like they can do nothing about it, so they just go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? So they just meditate. Now that's the inverted version of it, but the way you really supposed to do that, you can meditate and detach, but it's really just to get your mind in a certain space where, you know what I'm saying, you realize you aren't these things to participate. You know what I'm saying? In some way, shape, or form. But yeah, so yeah, when you get to Buddhism, this is detached, separation, lost in the world, state of sleep. You don't want it, even if it's you don't want it. You don't want your own power. You're disgusted with your ability to do something. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is with Buddhism. That's what they try to put y'all in when you get into Buddhism. But it's the same thing. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing for Abraham. You know what I'm saying? Abra represents Ra represents birth. You know what I'm saying? Abra represents life, and Ham represents death in some way, shape, or form. So even when you get to the story of Ham in the Bible, you know what I'm saying? What happened to Ham? Ham saw the story is, and it's an allegory for internal, but I'm gonna break it down. The story is that Ham saw his father naked, and who was his father? His father was Noah. So anytime you see father in the Bible, you know what I'm saying, father represents Jupiter, or father represents, you know what I'm saying, some further out light or information that you got to go the distance to experience. That's what Jupiter is. So anytime you do that, anytime you have an inspiration, or anytime you experience something and you was able to place a meaning and reasoning on that, you're experiencing Jupiterian energy. So yeah, shout out to Trey. Yeah, so even when he saw his father naked, you know what I'm saying? When you this is an allegory for when you see someone not being wise, or when you see or you realize you weren't being wise. So you would be in your Ham. You would see your father naked, aka you would see desires, and you would see that you was lost in a desire and that you need to detach from it and place meaning and reasoning on it. You know what I'm saying? It's like a little allegory for it. But for the most part, this is what that meant in the Bible when Ham saw his father naked. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, because like I said, Jupiter represents father. So yeah, that's also you not having no further morality or to go about something. So they try to put us in a situation where even right now, where we see a bunch of shit fucked up in the world, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and they just put us in so many programs where it's like, oh, you can't say this, oh, you can't do this, oh, you can't do this. You know what I'm saying? You don't have no further morality on what even put you in that space in the first place and shit like that. So therefore, you going to be lost in one of these. You know what I'm saying? Either birth, which is Confucius, looking for a savior, needing direction and structure, or you're going to be lost in life, happy with what you got, using your creativity and your mind to make up some shit that you happy with what you got, or you're going to be in motherfucking Buddhism. You're going to detach and separate from your world and your state. You know what I'm saying? Your state of being and your own desires and your own passion and shit like that, and your ability to make a change and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's what that's what they get us lost in, based on the person that created these things. You know what I'm saying? But they sell it to you in a sense of because you don't know how to use your left field energy, your detachment energy, your experience energy, your ability to go inside of yourself, detach from these things and say, I'm not none of these things, and You know what I'm saying? The spirit is powerful, and the spirit can pick up and do amazing things. Instead of getting you into that state of being, they put you into one of these three, and that be in any type of religion you in, whether it's Chinese, whether it's American. It all come from these same, you know what I'm saying, Masons and how they built the world. But so like I said, back to Ham, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I said, Ra represents birth, Abba is life, and so Abba, so life, birth and death, you know what I'm saying? And Ham is represents death. So like I said, so when you see your father naked, this is like when it's like this is what they got going on right now, like with this global spell and ritual and shit like that, where it's just like, you know what I'm saying, we not seeing no men with no morality, really. You know what I'm saying? It's only a couple. You know what I'm saying? It's only a couple. Shout out to the soul group, subconscious community. But, you know what I'm saying? It's only a couple of us, for real, with some real morality and shit like that. And then, so he didn't have any further morality, basically. You know what I'm saying? That's what that was meant. You saw your father, which is Jupiter. You saw him naked. You know what I'm saying? Didn't have that. You know what I'm saying? So when you don't have any wisdom or limiting beliefs, you know what I'm saying? This is like, and he was drunk. This is like when you drunk in something. You know what I'm saying? You don't have it, you drunk. You too lost in the sauce. You know what I'm saying? You drunk mentally. So that's what it meant when he saw him when Ham saw Noah, his father, drunk, naked and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Then that's how you get that. But yeah, once you get to those once you understand those three states and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Always know that these motherfucking names and titles and shit be representing whole mindsets and states they put you in and shit like that. That you can, you know what I'm saying, you can understand what these motherfuckers be doing and shit like that, because but for the most part, you know, learn how to detach from shit and have your own mind about shit, and then that's how you develop your own experience in morality and shit, and just not stop letting these motherfuckers put y'all in shit, and you know what I'm saying, make you feel like you ain't got none because you only got these three states. Nah, we got some more states than that shit. You know what I'm saying? So he said the live's tweaking. I don't know if it's just me, but we can get into some astrology though. We can get into some astrology. My bad. Give me 1 second, y'all. I'm trying to pull this joint up. Y'all good? Is it tweaking still or what? Is it tweaking or we Gucci? Oh. Let me see if I can. Trey said it's good. We good? We good in this thing? Hold on. I'm trying to share that. But anyway, we can get to astrology. We got the moon in Gemini. We got the sun in motherfucking Aquarius. So, you know, make sure that you're reacting, responding to your environment, what you keep around you, the thoughts that you keep, you know what I'm saying? We're reacting to, you know, information, and we're reacting to just our community and have a conversation, and how that look is Aquarius. So how we associate ourselves and what we associate ourselves with. So, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you pay attention to your motherfucking friend group. Make sure and when you do that, make sure you associating yourself and what you want to pay attention to as far as the information you want to pay attention to. You know what I'm saying? Or just associating your way, and that could be with a thought, and a thought can lead into many patterns. That can be just how you think about something. So you're gonna act this certain way about how you think, or because of how you think about something. You know what I'm saying? Or what you associate it with. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna associate, you know, a motherfucking you know what I'm saying? You're gonna associate yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because you want to feel comfortable with what you got going on in your environment and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So, and because conversation needs to be had and started and talked about, because, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day, we in a very real world. You know what I'm saying? We dealing with, you know what I'm saying, people that, into to psychology and mind, and that's how they run business and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? How you think they got all these tactics and shit. So that shit very real when you out here. But yeah, let me get into the other alignments. Then I'm gonna wrap this up though. You know what I'm saying? And this was just impromptu too. But yeah. All right. We got the sun trying the moon right now. So this is the gift to feel comfortable with our actions. You know what I'm saying? And that's good, but don't just feel comfortable with everything you seeing right now. Everything ain't just mental. You got the gift to feel comfortable. But it's time. If it's something uncomfortable, you got to communicate about that shit right now. You know what I'm saying? You got to give metaphor. You got to let motherfuckers know what's going on. You got to be intelligent and shit like that. We got to use our intelligence. You know, you use your intelligence and let motherfuckers know what's going on. You know? This ain't shit. I gotta go roll up. Hold on, y'all. Let me roll up. Yay, we back. But yeah, let me before I get into this though, I'ma actually just read the little what I was Confucius, Buddhism, and Tao. Yeah, but the Dow go deep too. That's like Dow Jones. That's like all that shit. They would just be using words and shit, and then just be putting them in communities, and y'all be saying them, but y'all don't even really be knowing what y'all be saying. But yeah, so it's a Confucianism, okay? Being concerned with the outside world view, like it's three, right? It's three: Confucianism, Buddhism, and Taoism. Those they philosophies. So the first one, Confucianism. Whatever the fuck, he viewed the vinegar as polluted. You know what I'm saying? And so, like I said, this is like, you know what I'm saying, it's like birth. You know what I'm saying? Birth. That's what that represents. You know what I'm saying? You get an idea, you know what I'm saying? You like, nah, something got to be done about this. You know what I'm saying? Or you just separate yourself. It's just a separation spell. That's birth. Anything dealing with separation. No, this ain't me. That's birth. Then you got Buddhism. And it said when Buddhism drank the tea or the vinegar, he viewed the vinegar as the polluter and the taste of the body due to its extreme flavor. So that's all about desires. It's all about putting death to desires, detachment, and shit like that. You don't like your own power, basically. And then Taoism sees life as sweet and fundamentally perfect to its natural state. And Taoism is just basically motherfucking when you just lost in La La Land and shit like that. It's a life. You know what I'm saying? View life as natural and shit. As you creative shit. You be in your summer, you be in your sunny day, and you'll never want that to end. That's it. But yeah, let's get back to the alignments. Sun conjunct Saturn, this is realistic actions. So we gonna be in some real ass shit. You know what I'm saying? So pay attention to the real ass shit going on in your life. Be realistic with your actions. We are actually building, you know what I'm saying, our new character right now. You know what I'm saying? New character right now. So make sure, you know what I'm saying, you got some motherfucking value about yourself. Okay? Yesterday's price is not today's price. You feel me? Yesterday's price ain't today. It's not. So make sure you value yourself. Real. Don't make Coach blow the whistle loud. All right. Moon conjunct Venus. So this is misunderstanding how to communicate love. So we might misunderstand how to communicate. You know what I'm saying, in a relatable way and shit like that, and shit, or come off relatable. Or say something relatable to someone else. You know what I'm saying? We might just misunderstand how to communicate love and shit like that. But, you know, don't overthink it too much. You might be more relatable. Everybody going through this shit. You know what I'm saying? Everybody going through this shit. You're not the only one just going through this shit. You know what I'm saying? So motherfuckers just might, you know what I'm saying, be like, oh, okay. You know, it is what it is. You know, not even overthink it. You probably don't want to overthink it. You know what I'm saying? Don't get too lost in the misunderstanding. We got Moon in conjunct Mars, so this is misunderstanding passion. So it's the same thing with our passion too. We might misunderstand what to hop into, what to go for at the moment. Moon square Jupiter, this is learning how to feel about experiences. So, you know what I'm saying? You're going to learn how to feel about your experiences and the shit that you're going through and shit like that. Make sure you have some wisdom and integrity. Make sure you ain't somewhere poop button like, oh, why this happened to me? You know? Then we got Moon trine Saturn. This is the gift to be comfortable with reality. So you got the gift to be comfortable with reality right now. Moon square Neptune, this is learning about creativity. Learn how creative you are. Or you're going to be learning about your dreams, your imaginations. How, you know, do you got dreams? Do you got imagination? Do you got some? Or you just waiting for the extra, you know what I'm saying? You just waiting for the next thing to pop off. You ain't even expressing your own. You don't got your own sauce. Make sure you got your own sauce, baby. Make sure you got your own sauce. Mercury sextile Neptunes. So you gotta have the opportunity to have creative thoughts. Make sure your thoughts ain't creatively negative. You know what I'm saying? Because opportunities are opportunities, so it's just, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. He said what I'm chiefing on. Yay, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just some, you know what I'm saying? Some of that. All right. So yeah, so you're going to have creative thoughts. Make sure your thoughts ain't creatively negative and shit. Because Neptune is dreams and illusion and imaginations. So you're going to be able to be creative with that. So make sure you don't start creating narratives about what this person doing and why this person, you know what I'm saying, doing this way and why they thinking this way and shit like that. You don't know all that. You know what I'm saying? Stop trying to overthink, you know what I'm saying? Mercury sextile Neptune. Mercury in conjunct Pluto. This is transforming thoughts. This is transforming thoughts. So we're going to be transforming our thoughts as well. You know what I'm saying? And shit like that. AKA putting death to current ways of thinking. You kind of want to be taking power control over the way you think right now and shit like that. In any area it goes. You know what I'm saying? Just because we got Pluto. Pluto is power control and transformation, taking power control. So, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you're taking power control over your thoughts. Then we got Venus conjunct Mars. So this is passionate about pleasures or pleasuring a passion. So you want to make sure you're pleasuring your passion right now. Don't be too passionate about pleasures and right now, because that'll turn into, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, you too passionate about pleasures. You know what I'm saying? You play later right now. You know what I'm saying? Because for the most part, Venus in Capricorn. So you want to appreciate and value things that bring you stability, security, even if that's just participating in a way where you feel secure about yourself. You can really understand this by going to your house and your motherfucking get a house reading by me, Cito the Spirit Coach. You can get a house reading by me, but yeah, you want to know where your Venus is at, and then when you know where your Venus is at, you know what I'm saying, you can know what you need to be secure about and shit like that right now for this next transit and shit like that until you go into Aquarius. But for the most part, it's in Capricorn, but depending on where house you got it in, you know what I'm saying, you might have to be secure in a certain area of your life. You know what I'm saying? It could be the first house, which is your personal personal life, your personal affairs, your personal insecurities. You might have to be, you know what I'm saying, you might have to value, you know what I'm saying, you express yourself personally, or it could be the second house. It can be, you know what I'm saying. But yeah, we're not doing Venus right now. But Venus is in Capricorn right now. So, you know what I'm saying, make sure you add some value to your security, and then your plans and what you want to see or what you want to build and shit like that, because building ain't easy. Building take time. So make sure, you know what I'm saying, that's why my show called Let's Build and shit like that, because motherfucker, it's a process, and you're gonna be able to see this shit from, you know what I'm saying, from point A to point B. But so Venus conjunct Mars is passionate about pleasure. So you can be passionate about a pleasure, getting a pleasure met and shit like that, or you can be pleasuring a passion and shit like that. And that's what you kind of want to be doing right now. Venus sextile Jupiter. This is opportunity to value wisdom and shit like right now. So we're going to have the opportunity to value our morality, value our faith and shit like right now. That's all we got and shit like that. And now we might not have all the words and shit like that. We might not have all the words and all the material and shit like that, but spirituality is spirituality, okay? When spirits get into space and they come together and they vibrate on a certain frequency, because they, you know what I'm saying, because their teamwork make the dream work, and we all bring our awareness and what we aware about, and we all point that in a certain direction, whether that's becoming more awareness, we start to manifest that substance and shit like that, and that'll turn into eventually a person, place, or thing, or an experience that we can use to, you know what I'm saying, gain that information and let that experience, you know what I'm saying, that's creation for you. I'm saying teamwork make the dream work. So shout out to y'all. But so you got the opportunity to appreciate your spirituality, you know what I'm saying, your wisdom and your faith and shit. We ain't got to be down, you know what I'm saying. We can appreciate our wisdom right now and shit like that. We can appreciate we got some type of power, you know what I'm saying. We can appreciate that, you know. We can appreciate our experiences. Just make sure you place a bit of reason on that, because you don't just want to appreciate any old experience. You'll be lost into one of them three religions, them three states. Venus trine Uranus. This is gift to change or value originality. You know what I'm saying? So you got the gift to appreciate and value your originality, but you won't know that unless you're doing that. So you want to be unique and original right now. You know what I'm saying? You want to be unique and original, even if it's changing, rebelling, opposing against an idea that you have that's outdated about yourself. You know what I'm saying? That could be a thought, that could be emotion, or that could be person, place, thing. Mars sextile Jupiter. Shout out to Born Pierre. Mars, passion, sextiling Jupiter. 60 degree angle to Jupiter right now. This gives us the opportunity to experience transformation. Okay, so you got the opportunity to hop in some energy and experience some type of transformative energy. You know what I'm saying? AKA give birth to something new. You know what I'm saying, that you wasn't doing. You know what I'm saying? Get out of that funk you in. You know what I'm saying? Hop in and experience and shit like that. You'll never know where it go until you hop in and experience. So you know what I'm saying? You got the opportunity to do that right now. Mars trine Uranus is a gift to transform yourself. So you got to get to transform yourself right now, or change up your passions. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you was passionate about, you know what I'm saying? Make or be unique about your passions. You know what I'm saying? Make that shit about you. Make it about nobody else. Because you might be sitting around and be like, damn, why should I do this? Is anybody gonna like this? But you got a gift right there, and that the reason why you asking that right now is because you got a gift. And that gift, you know what I'm saying, anytime you got a trine, that's a gift. That's an easy access. So you might be asking them, like, why should I do this? Because you said so, bitch. Gift to transform. You got the gift. That's it. It's a gift. Unwrap it. Present.